The Morning Dump from Hurrdat Sports with Andrew Rogers and Damon Benning.
A fantastic college football weekend slate ahead for all of those bettors out there. And I'll tell you right now, over the last 2 weeks, I went 14-7 solo betting.
Shane, it's exciting.
61-43 on the season, DB.
Let's go, AR.
Hey, you know what? It's the little victories that matter.
Or should I? It's exciting. Or should I go with? It's exciting. Or should I just go with Drew? I can't stop it. Wow.
Selfish.
Oh. Well played. That's totally on me. Touche. Well done, Liquid Shano. Well done.
Man, DB, tons of good conference championship football ahead, and it all begins on Friday. And those games, well, you know, there are a few.
Friday.
You have Akron, Buffalo,
get down on Friday.
North Texas, UTSA, and then the big one, Utah, USC, which that's the game I'll start with.
Hey, it's interesting, though. Can you believe they're playing a 12 o'clock game on Friday with Akron in Buffalo? I like to say Akron. I don't know Ron, because I want people to act right. I like to say Akron.
And you're only speaking to Rons out there.
Hey, Rons. I know a couple of Rons.
It is kind of weird Friday afternoon, but, you know, I guess with the World Cup happening at 1 o'clock every day, it's not uncommon at this point to see a sporting event happening randomly at the mid-portion to your day. But, yes, when it comes to conference championship action, it's a little weird. But the night game, Pac-12 championship game, Utah +3 at -115 right now. USC -3 at -105. The line opened at -2.5 in favor of USC. You like the Utes in this one, and I'm interested to know why.
So here's the thing. I go back to the first time around against these teams, and I look at that, and I look at the role that USC's on. I look at the percentage that FPI only gave USC a 25% chance to be in the college football playoffs. So it's a couple days ago, so I'm thinking, that's interesting. And then I looked at the matchup, and I looked at the line. The line screams, and this is just me. You and I have talked about this before. Stop me if you've heard me say this. Less than a key number, the better team is giving less than a key number, all things being equal. I don't like the fact that it's less than 3 when USC is perceived as the better team with everything to play for. Give me Utah plus the 2.5.
That right there is why I go USC, because they have everything to play for, and if they lose, they're out of the college football playoff, and it's a done deal. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll look at the fluctuation after the weekend caps off. But USC is just in a great spot right now. Caleb Williams looks unbelievable out on the football field. That team goes as Caleb goes. And even though defensively USC tends to struggle in football games because, as I have said in the past, that Lincoln Riley offenses have always been centered around a dual-threat, top-tier quarterback. USC has just got my vote in this game. They have the weapons to do it. I know the Utes got the better of USC early on this year by a 3-point victory, but that's also why I think Vegas is going to win here and not even have to worry about paying people out, because I bet the final in this game is by 3 points.
Okay, but here's the deal. Do you believe that a -110 -2.5 is worthy of a -150 money line? So if SC was just to win, what are the odds that it's a 1 or 2 point game? Why?
Excellent way to approach that. Excellent way to approach it.
Right?
Because you're not saying that
you're going to give me
this game. You are thinking that it's going to be a 1 to 2 point victory because of the money line and where it's at.
Why make it less than a key number?
Yeah,
and make you pay for it on the money line, minus 150. That's why I like you.
I would buy down to 2.5. I know DB doesn't like when I say that.
I've got a points buyer.
And I will take minus 110 if that's really what they're giving me at 2.5. I'll take that all day, every day. December 3rd, Saturday, K-State TCU is another game that I'm going to bet because everything is weighing on TCU to either say like, hey, this is the team that nobody expected to be as good as they are this year, or K-State somehow, some way comes in. Is Martinez playing?
Well, the more you know.
Right. Somehow, some way comes in, though. Kleiman's teams are nothing to fool around about, and comes up and takes a win away from TCU and essentially knocks them out of the college football playoff.
Let me give you the equivalent. I'm glad you like this game because guess who else I like?
K-State.
I like K-State. Why? The money line for TCU just to win.
Minus 140.
Minus 140. Why?
Well, and TCU did almost get stunned by Baylor the other day.
And
I said the other day, other weekend.
They pulled away from K-State the first time around. It was very interesting early. I'm telling you, college football playoffs could be in for a shakeup. I don't know about outright winners. I don't like the fact that either one of these favorites are giving less than a key number.
Give me the 2.5 for TCU. Again, they have everything to play for here.
Drew Down and I on opposite ends of the spectrum. Let's go.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
I need to get better hair if I'm going to be Russell
What's
Wilson.
your favorite betting play this weekend, though, in regards to championship football? Or are there a couple that are on your mind?
There are two that I like.
Let's go.
I'm going to go to the ACC Championship at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Home of the Carolina Panthers.
I don't think either team is exceptionally motivated, so I'll take the team that I think has the better players, the better defensive line. Give me Clemson laying the 7 and a hook over North Carolina. You won't even need to buy the points. Take Clemson, lay the 7.5. Better team, both kind of in their fields. I think they're more about Dabo than they will be my man Mac, even though it is appealing to see Mac maybe dance in the locker room. Man, that D-line for Clemson starting to get right. I'll take the Tigers there. And the other one that I like.
Can I butt in real fast on the Tigers?
Absolutely. Your name's on the show.
I follow in suit with you in this game. Watching North Carolina's offense the past 2 weeks has been miserable. And if you look at the final score, it seems as if the offense is still doing its job if you're just looking at the box score. But if you watch the game, especially against NC State, they could not move the football. Yeah. They got lucky that game went to overtime. I like Clemson as well, 7.5.
And the other one, this has been a popular team to come up, even though Willie Fritz says, hey, I'm staying. Slow down on finding my replacement. UCF at Yeoman Stadium in New Orleans, basically a home game for the Wave. Tulane riding the wave, having one of the best running backs in the country nobody knows about. Get the double deuce loose. I like Tulane laying the 4. Give me the Wave in a wave over UCF. Lay the 4.
I actually like UCF in the game if Plumlee plays. That's a big thing, but I also think we'll see a massive shift in the line if he is solidified. Because right now, the line is what, +4, I believe?
Yeah, it is 4.
It's +4. I bet you get a closer to the key number than that. Like maybe, when I say massive shift, 4-3 to me is massive. Because if you get to solidify +4 with UCF prior to, and then you get Plumlee back, and then all of a sudden, maybe the line shifts into more of a pick'em. Just think about what that does for a sports bettor out there. UCF's played some good football. They had the loss to Navy. Navy, though, a great team when it comes to controlling the pace of a game. But
I like where you're going here.
Kudos to UCF. Now, I shouldn't say that. Kudos to Navy, for one, for as 15.5-point underdogs going out and sticking it to UCF. But on the other side, UCF won this game by 7 already this year. Plumlee had a good game. I know people are talking about the backup in UCF on how they kind of saved UCF from blowing a big lead last week. But this seems like another game that I'm going to tackle UCF when I can get it right now at 3.5 at -105,
so,
plus 3.5.
Listen, I'm listening. I kind of like that. I'm not with you, but I like it. If you're looking for a third leg, if you're a parlay kind of guy, me, myself, I don't love parlays. You do you. Keep it economically efficient for whatever it is your budget allows. Let's go to Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. The Bobcats of Ohio. Tim Albin and company, well-coached bunch, sitting right there at 9-3 with the first opportunity to claim a MAC championship with the Coach Solich-led regime. Coach Albin, of course, part of that. Giving just a minor 2 to the Rockets of Toledo. I got to go against my folks from Ohio and the Bobcats. Give me Toledo as just a 2-point dog. They'll win it out.
2-point favorite, you mean?
A 2-point favorite. They'll win that game. I'm not going to say outright, but give me the Rockets in that one if you're looking for a third leg.
Hey, I'm avoiding this game altogether
Like
because
the plague?
Yeah, like the plague. Yeah, I'm telling you, Toledo screwed me earlier this year against Buffalo. They had a huge lead going into the fourth quarter and then got shut out 24-0 and ended up costing me my bet with Toledo, and it was also a low line too. So guess what, Toledo? I'm not on the Rocket train anymore.
Oh, it's personal.
I'm not a Rocket man anymore.
Okay, Elton.
Thank you.
Elton, Andrew, John, Rogers.
That's what they call me.
Hey, that's not even his best song. But
Rocket Man?
No. I'm a Levon guy.
Yep, Levon.
He wears his war wounds like a crown. And what's the other one that I like? Mad Hatters. Shane, what's Elton John and Mad Hatters that I like?
I don't know. I mean, he's got so many
Mona
songs.
Lisa's and Mad Hatters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. Great song. It's a lot of people sleep on the Rocket Man, Elton John and Mona Lisa and Mad Hatters, but a great song.
I'm a Crocodile Rock guy.
Oh, fudge. You used to watch The Muppet Show? No, you're too young for The Muppet Show.
No.
Do you remember when Elton John was on The Muppet Show and he
I
did
do
Crocodile Rock? And Animal was like playing his brains out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm going to pass on Crocodile Rock. I'm kind of more of a ballad guy with regards to Elton John. Just the subtle piano playing.
Oh, okay.
Banging on keyboards.
Hey, I like people that go nuts on the piano.
Not my jam.
A true pianist.
Well, why don't you teach me how to play the keyboard? So
I should.
So I can.
Yeah. I'll teach you how to play sticks. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, wait.
dun,
You're
dun.
like the guy in Drumline, though. You can't read music.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to teach me?
I can teach you what all the keys are, when they are, and the chords that I can play. But I cannot tell you what they look like in sheet music.
That's kind of interesting, though.
Yeah. I used to always copy my piano teacher's hands, and that's how I would, know. So I would go to piano, and she'd sit right next to me, and she'd expect me to, know what I'm playing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I forget where to start every time I showed up. And she'd be like, so she would start playing it, and then based on where she started, I could get through the music.
It's fascinating.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah,
I am not one of those people, though, that can listen to a song and then just play it.
So not quite like Drumline. You just can't read sheet music.
Right. I can memorize fingers. I have very good memorization skills.
Wow. It's impressive.
Hey, that's it.
Air dab to you.
Or a real dab?
Real dab.
I said dab.
Dab. Like Migos?
Yeah.
I don't even recognize what we're doing.
Hey, whatever you play this week, let us know. Tune in to our show, Coffee and Cream in the Morning, from 7 to 9 every morning on Hail Varsity Radio. That's 1480 Lincoln at the moment. But guess what? Something soon could be in the works. I don't want to say too much right now, but stay tuned for that announcement and also other announcements that come on Morning Dump. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts. That's Apple, Spotify. Catch Betting Bites in the morning. Catch the Sports Six-Pack in the afternoon. That's it for today. Wipe, get on with your day. We'll see you tomorrow.